Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ybot. Welcome back to Civilization 6. So, here's what's going on here. I am going to continue the series despite what I consider legitimately to be a game-breaking bug. I mean, you can argue, and you can argue very well, you could argue very convincingly, that I should have been attacking Rome as soon as they came onto the continent. I suppose I should recap, by the way, for anybody who missed the last episode. So what happens is Rome, while under declaration of friendship with me, launched a surprise war, caught me with my pants down. My army, what little army I had, which I was neglecting my army, and I suspect that was the AI working correctly, seizing an opportunity to seize a capital that was unguarded, despite the fact that we had very good diplomatic relations. What happened is they took my capital. A part of it was actually due to Buddhism here. If you look at this religion screen, you'll actually find, they still haven't fixed this, that Crusade. If you happen to follow, now I don't really like how this is designed at all. Combat units gain plus 10 strength near foreign cities following this religion. That means that the Knight Corp that they had right here, they had plus 10 strength against Aachen, which at the time was around 56 combat strength. So, they took my capital with relative ease. I did what I could to stop them, but they beat the snot out of me. I did manage to negotiate a peace treaty with them, and this is where this little bug happened, that my capital here is occupied. If my capital was just returned to me, like it was without this, then I could just rebuild, there would be no problem. But what happened is, at that time, Rome was occupying my capital. And I asked for them to return it. They returned it to me. However, the game incorrectly assumed that I was another power or something like that. I'm not sure what happened. Regardless, they gave me back my capital, but they gave it back to me in occupied status, which causes major penalties for just about everything. Let me just take a look at them for you. So, minus 75% culture. There's just simply occupied no growth, so 0 growth can happen. 50% penalty to production. 75% penalty to science, which sucks because there's a university there. And 75% penalty to faith, and also 50% penalty to income generated. So, the future of this city is that it's going to basically be a bit of a wasteland. I'm not going to be able to do much with it. I will repair what's in it. I can actually build another district. And I'm thinking at this point, I've taken a look at this off the game, and it turns out that Buenos Aires is actually the second best city that I had, so it's also my new capital. It has 32 production at the moment, so I'm thinking that we're going to maybe, with the last district we can build here, because we can build one extra district as the Germans, we're actually going to try to build a entertainment complex, say here, as close as possible to Buenos Aires so that it connects. So, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will hook up there, no problem. So we'll have at least one entertainment complex servicing Buenos Aires. And that way Buenos Aires can focus on other things like its commerce zone, its industrial zone, the Hansa, the theater square, the military district, the aqueduct district doesn't count as a district, but we could build like a spaceport, or we can maybe build a campus or whatever. So I will be continuing. I took a look at my other cities. I have a decent amount of them. Let's just take a look at the report screen here. We'll see just how many we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not all of them are spectacular. Some of them are very, very small. Some of them are never really going to grow like this one. But we have a decent amount. And also, the AI is stupid, and I think that I'm going to spend a good portion of the rest of this series showing you just how stupid the AI is. And I'm going to show you right now if I can. So, Pedro is willing to give us this. You know what else he's willing to do? He's willing to do this. So for 30 gold, I can take a work of writing, and he will be happy that I did it. He will thank me. He will thank me for the privilege. So we're going to try that again. This deal is to my liking. Let's see just how bad we can screw him over. Well, why not, guys? Game's broken anyway. I'm not bitter, really I'm not. I'm just very, very disappointed. This is so broken. Well, whatever, it's there. We might as well take advantage of it. So I'm going to leave that guy there. We are sending this guy over to repair the niter so we can get some musketmen. Also, very importantly, we are sending out our caravel to do some exploring. And I believe there's some continent over here. I know there's some continent down here. But what we'll want to do to guarantee our spot in this game is we will want to actually go ahead and try to get a few sneaky wars on people. And by that I mean we'll have some... We're just basically going to do some exploiting of the AI to win this. Since we're already handicapped by a bug. I think that's only fair. So... in my last series, I exploited the Australia AI, which apparently is in this game as well, believe it or not. It's the undiscovered civilization, if I can just show you guys. Right here, there's one unmet player. However, if we go over to Mbemba Zinga, this is something else I discovered offline. You'll see Canberra. Yes, indeed. Canberra is one of the... Canberra is one of the civilizations, or one of the cities, that the Congo has. Let's see about redeclaring friendship with him. Sure, he's happy. He is smitten. Very good. Alright, so for this city, the market was burned down, so repairing the market gives us... let's do the... let's actually just finish off the workshop first. That seems good. Get that city back up to... back up to full operational status. What do we want to build here now? I think I actually want to build a quadrim. I want to do that because I'm going to eventually have frigate tech. It's going to take 15 turns to get, but I think it's good. It's a decent idea to start getting those frigates up and running now. I'm going to move this guy to Buenos Aires for now. I'm going to do everything I can in my power to grow that city like crazy. I think we'll just keep fortifying that guy there. We'll keep building the walls in Aachen. What is this going to do? Let's wake up this person. Oh, hello. So, you actually give a Eureka for computers technology. Lets the city build one more district than the... population normally allows. So it gives me Germany's bonus again. Well, this would probably be the city for it. Because we have tons of farmland to support growth already, so let's do that. And yeah, I think we will build some pikemen in Hattusa just to help with our... you know, just to help with our military strength. We are rather lacking in that. Oh, also, I did some investigating, and it turns out that we can take a look exactly at what the cities have through the trade screen. So even though we don't know where Plymouth is, we know that it has a campus. You know, Birmingham has a harbor, a holy site, and an encampment. Manchester has a holy site, a dockyard, and a campus. Geneva would actually be a very good city to take, but fortunately, they have a clear indication that this blocks the deal, so I could literally give her everything I have. I can even give her the crap city down there. Could even give her everything in one of my cities. You know what? Let's even just mess around with this and try to give her the best city. Never mind. Yeah. So she will simply not trade unless there's a war going on. So if we can fool the AI into going to war with us, then in 10 turns or so we can... we might be able to snatch some cities from them. So we're in shallow water right here. Let's see if we find anything. Oh, it's actually going to take 4 turns now. Interesting. Well, let's... Anything else more pressing? Repair the... You know what? Let's repair the outer defenses here. That seems like a good idea. Get those back up and running. Oh, Aachen still gives reasonable trade routes. I think we'll actually take a trade route with Aachen.
In addition to bringing...
And yes, the advisor bug is still a thing. Oh, so this is actually not a continent. Or it's the tip of a continent. We'll see. Let's go ahead and repair the niter so that we can build niter once more. We can upgrade our troops. 175, we do have... We have professional army. Good. There we go. Proper muskets are now available and stand ready. I believe that's also buffed up our base city strength. So that is very useful. Alright. Well, let's keep going here. We probably want to get a few more caravels up and running. That's probably going to be the priority for Mainz once it's done. Oh, that only took a turn. Interesting. Well, let's get the market done. Let's get the market built and finished. We'll want to move this guy over to the dies. Rehook those up. Let's upgrade these guys to muskets as well. It's not really registering that we are that much stronger at the moment. So this is, in fact, a not insignificant island. However, it looks like... Oh. We have what appears to be a Roman settlement there. It's hard to tell in the fog of war, but I just see a little outline of a border there. So it's something I'm going to look into. $48 for these guys. 55 for these guys, actually. So if we wanted to take this city, all we would need is a ram, basically. In the future, if we want to do that. Let's take a look at cities, see if trying to take any of his cities would be a good idea. I'm mostly looking for campuses or theater squares right now. Doesn't really look like he has many of those. This city right here has an encampment and an industrial zone and is reasonably sized as well. So, also, let's review Rome's army size. They're still considerably larger than me. So, that is problematic. Seoul definitely still needs a trade route. Hattusa would be a good choice. Mainz might actually be a better choice, though, because of the +1 Gives just a little bit more production, and really this is what Seoul needs the most now. Especially since it's capped at the moment for its growth. Now you gotta remember, this is a city that I captured, that's why it's capped at its growth. So, it is what it is. There's not much we can do right now. Excuse me, once this expands over here... Oh, my apologies, guys. I completely forgot about something. So it's going to be 8 turns. Actually. Well, we'll see. Let's see how much this costs. If we buy this tile up, it's 205. We're making 16 per turn. Okay. 1, 2. So we could grab this tile as well later. You know what? I want to try something here. Let's buy this up. And then let's clear this tile. See how much we can do. That finishes the campus. Now let's throw down a Hansa. At least put it down to start off. And we'll get a library up here. We'll try to get our science back into gear. And we'll repair that. Found a barbarian encampment that actually is an industrial era one, so we're going to have to watch it. We also found a British ironclad. That is interesting. Makes me wonder if there's some British cities over there. Anyway, we'll find out. I can't help but think that I can just troll, I can kind of just troll the British by going to war with them and then giving them all my amenities and taking their 2 best cities, even not knowing where they are. I kind of want to try that. I kind of want to see if it'll work. I'm not going to lie. Especially since they are comparable strength to me. If I can get stronger than them, I'll definitely give that a try. We'll just have to see how the AI figures this out. Repair the lumber mill. And then lastly, we'll want to repair the grain. Next turn. Also need to get some money going. So yeah, you go over there. Spain has also denounced me. Excuse me, and Spain doesn't have much of an army at all. It has an army about the same size as mine, which is pretty sad. So potentially it makes them quite a pushover. We'll see if that is actually the case. I have 2 forts in my territory, so if I build an armory, then I might be able to buy an engineer, get 2 forts in my territory, because I got lots of space. And then I can take one of these that's already been eureka'd. That might be more efficient. Kill a unit with a musketman. You know what, for now we're going to grab banking. Just because it's already been researched. Have an alliance with another civilization. Let's try having an alliance with Mbemba Zinga. Will he let us? No. No. Too bad. What is our relationship here? Pretty damn good. We occupy a city that belonged to their friend or ally. I believe that's another bug there. I believe that I'm getting a negative modifier because I've actually occupied my own city. Yes. Because I haven't... Well, I've taken Herald City. Maybe that's it. My people are lazy and unworthy. Just having some tea. Alright, Pedro, Herald. Cool. Let's send our caravel over here, see what we can find. More open ocean. Yervin. Alright, so our campus district is done in Yervin. So I say let's get a library up in there. Let's get our science moving. Let's get ourselves at least 200 science so that we're at least making an effort to keep pace with the science leaders. We're definitely not getting a campus here. Well, we could actually. We've got lots of flat desert to play with. However... No, we have, like, no production in this entire city. Alright. So what we need is, we need a worker. Or a trader. We need a bunch of things. We probably need to send a bunch of traders to Berlin to help it out a little. For the time being, let's actually get started on a lighthouse. That's going to help with housing, it's going to help with food, it's going to help with gold. So that would be very good for that city. This city, on the other hand, it's got lots of housing for now. It actually has room for another district. We get a discount if we build a district that we don't have a lot of. So potentially a theater square here on the tundra would be quite good. We'll get adjacency bonuses thanks to the aqueduct. Alright, Berlin. Yeah, Mainz is probably the best bet. Probably want to send a few more trade routes in that direction. Someone built the Henry Tussi. Mainz is going to be done with its market in one turn. Very good. Let's go ahead and repair the grain. Alright, next turn. A very oddly shaped city vacuum that's got this great big void here because it's supposed to have a palace, but it doesn't. Give that city some walls. We'll see how it works. Honestly, I think that this area right here, the granary and the monument, are going to have... They're going to have... yeah, actually, that's how it's going to be. Look at that! We walled off the monument and the granary, and everybody else is forced to fend for themselves. Awesome. So... let's go ahead and repair the monument. Mainz. What do we want to do with you? A caravel's going to take forever. How about we build another quadrim here and hope that we're making enough money in a few turns. So Hattusa, it's fully upgraded at the moment. Very good. No suitable location for that district. Well, if we bought the coast over here, that would actually be a suitable site. Do we want to build anything else in the meantime? Did we want to maybe try building a encampment? Maybe put it here on top of the forest? Potentially. Could also potentially build a theater district either here or here. You know what? Let's... I'm not sure. This city is near housing cap again. So here's the thing. If we were to build the encampment district, it would provide additional housing, which would let it grow even further. But if we put down a theater square... It's tricky. Here's another thought. This location right here, how far away is it from Dortmund and Magdeburg? Just gonna do some quick tile counting here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's within range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's also within range. Buenos Aires undoubtedly is out of range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So an entertainment complex could be good. Actually, industrial zone. Is it within range of Dortmund? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just within range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out of range of Magdeburg. Because I believe it's the city center that has to be touched by the radius of the industrial zone. I think that's what it is. We need the culture, actually, so let's go ahead and just drop this. You know what? It's 11 turns. Let's go ahead and let it get done. And this guy, I think for now we're moving him over here. I reserve the right to choose my mind. To choose my mind, change my mind. This guy's actually going to go down to Berlin, because Berlin is pretty freaking helpless right now. Alright, how are we militarily now? 400, so we actually leapfrogged over Spain in terms of military. Granted, everything we own is out of position. Just having some delicious tea. So this is the Congo. 81. Do we still have favorable policies? Yes, we do. Let's take a look at policies in general here. We do have mediocrity. That helped us out quite a bit last game. I may put those in when we have a chance to do a change in a few turns. Mojodero, Kabul. Let's throw a few points into Mojodero for now. And Berlin, your trade route. Could actually gain some gold by sending it over here. Let's go ahead and do that for now. It'll also give us a tiny, tiny bit of production. How much gold are we sending out? We're sending out considerable amounts of gold. 34 to Trajan for 14 more turns. That's part of the deal to get our city back. And 1 to Pedro for 20 turns.
John Curtin.
Hello, John Curtin.
Australia as
You
their
poor
Prime
thing.
Minister. We seek sympathetic allies in the fight against the hawks of war.
How's your capital, John? Hey, we found him. I bet that's his capital right there. Owned by the Congo. Nope. Kitchissa? Can't tell if that's typical name or not. That's a reasonable offer, actually. We'll take that. Thank you, John. It's given us some much-needed gold. We're just a little bit poor at the moment. Not gonna have enough to buy those military engineers. Though hopefully by the time we get those libraries and universities up, we won't need them. Got John Curtin, very nice, very good, thank you. There's Brisbane, their capital. Here's a question. John Curtin usually likes to, we'll send him a delegation. For now. Make a deal. So, Geelong is actually a decent city. It has, Culture Square and it has a campus. Now, how useful those are going to end up being for Mr. Curtin, that remains to be seen. He is in last place at the moment. I suspect that's because a lot of cities have been taken. But we'll find out when the time comes. Alright, choose some research. One more level of diplomatic. Okay, all great works of writing are doubled. Here's a question. How's the cultural victory going so far? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, I guess that's not that many tourists, considering the time frame. Let's get started. Yeah, let's get started on square rigging. I doubt we'll get the boost for it, but at least would like to get started. Okay. Mbemba Zinga, can I get open borders with you? I don't want to give you 1 gold per turn. Can I just give you straight up 1 gold? Yup. Yeah, they need to fix that. Now that I know this is a thing, that's gonna be some trouble. In fact, it may be an idea to start building some entertainment squares and just selling...
Nay.
Yeah, whatever. Go away. Get lost. Might be an idea to build some entertainment districts and then just start selling all of my luxuries.
In our government can be... Times have changed.
Alright, enacting new policies in our government. Well, we can do the Enlightenment. Does that lead to nationalism? It does, actually. So we'll do that. Declare war using a casus belli. I think I can get away with that. Alright, poor old Aachen. Let's repair the water wheel. Now this city... A university also provides housing. I think that's an obvious choice. Unless I can build some ships quickly. Which I believe I can. Oh yeah, definitely. So we'll get another quadrim out. Here we're going to build yet another quadrim. So that's the city of Geelong that we've heard so much about. You know what? Let's actually send one of our knights over and just see what's going on over there. We also need just like scouts. Actually, it might just be better to build and send out scouts. Spy in Hattusa stole the secrets of computers. Alright. Well, fortunately our districts are tightly packed enough that when we do get a spy out, we could just plop one in the industrial zone and set them to counter spy. Harold Hardrada declared war on Mbemba Zinga. Okay. What else happened here? Philip declared war on Mbemba Zinga. Alright, well then. Kabul, Mohenjo-daro. Kabul declared war on King Philip. Alright. Exciting times. So let's go ahead, let's continue building the Hansa. Over in Drummond. Dortmund. My apologies. We'll scout around with this guy, but we're keeping him relatively close to our territory. So I do want to see what is...
Organisms don't think of CO2 as a poison. Plants and organisms that make shells, coral. Think of it as a building block.
So I found the Great Barrier Reef. Unclaimed, oddly enough. Interesting. Interesting that that was unclaimed. This would be a very good spot for a holy site. Because even though it's on the edge of the ocean here, it's adjacent to a workable wonder. So it would provide a decent amount of faith. Okay, what else we got here? Oh, we found England. Let's start building a trader. Oh, we finally got our university up in Seoul. That is fantastic. And this guy, what do we want to do with this guy? There's a bunch of things I would like to do, but I think, you know what? For now, we'll go ahead and we'll build farms. We'll help Dortmund grow. See what we can do there to help it grow. I wish it would claim some more land, but I guess we need to have more culture coming out of the city for that to happen. So that actually makes me reconsider, and possibly we want to get a monument up to start helping the boost of that. Oh crap, I never changed my policies. Because these policies right here aren't exactly relevant anymore. Is there a faster way that I can do that? I can get naval tradition, but that's not that great. And it's a dead end. Excuse me, I guess we wait. Okay, well let's build more farms. We'll get a nice triangular farm circle set up right here that will eventually be destroyed when we inevitably put in more districts, because I can speak perfect English. Ah, Manchester. You have been pillaged. Most likely by the Norwegians. So I guess there's all kinds of people over here then. 4 civilizations on this continent. And potentially this is all one continent. Who knows? Technically this is almost one continent. I mean, you could actually make a shallow water crossing, a coastal crossing here. If I was so inclined, I could have done so. We'll just explore just a little bit more here. So we have at least a semi-significant Norwegian settlement there. Interesting. Alright, and this is done in one turn. What do I want to do with the last charge for this builder? It's now 315 to buy that. I don't want to do that. At least not yet. Is Hattusa getting low on... Hattusa is actually population capped, so I'm going to use the last charge here. I'm going to build a farm there. That's going to give 0.5 housing. So that may just boost this up to 11 and make it grow just a little bit slower, which would be very helpful. Seriously, because I was zone of controlled, I got... that is highly irritating. Oh well. The good news is that we could actually go on a killing spree in England if we're so inclined. Could go on a conquest, on a grand conquest, not a killing spree. A grand and noble conquest. Of course. Alright, Akin. You know what? Build a trader, since you're not really good for much else. Buenos Aires. Could build a commerce. Could finish our commerce district, as a matter of fact. Or... let's get building a musket. Let's get started on that. Let's land this guy. Let's have this guy do just a bit more exploring. Oh. Wait, hang on. This has been fully, this right here has been fully boosted. So for now we're going to jump over to astronomy. Going to try to take advantage of these as much as we can. It's probably not going to be easy. We'll see, though. It'll also allow us to just get a few more things out. Oh, so London actually has a defensive strength of 90, but only because it has redcoats in it. So Manchester is more or less completely undefended. And the British know how to core up their redcoats, and as they've done in previous games, they do it a lot. So that is going to be problematic. That means that frigates are probably not going to be enough to stop them if we choose to go the path of naval conquest with them. But all we really need to do is try to attack this city with a navy, and then try to take a couple other cities in the process. Hattusa, still at 10 pop, or 10 housing. That's unfortunate, but it's not unexpected. Alright, and we found quite a few of the Norwegian settlements. They are not as strong, but they do have a tremendous number of caravels, which I'm glad the AI, that's something that they're doing right. That's something that the AI has, is strongly encouraged to do now. Or possibly that's always what they've been strongly encouraged to do. Now, if I was to take some of their cities, they have some decent stuff. They have a couple of cities with theater squares. So that's more or less all that England has to show for itself right now. Norway also has privateers, so Norway actually has a decent military, a decent navy. Yes, they are extremely powerful right now. Okay. So they are arguably the most powerful military force on the planet. Something to look out for. Granted, they are a navy, and the AI is notoriously bad at naval combat, so something we could potentially exploit later. I say build another quadrim here. I'm going to build as many of those as I can get away with right now. Hattusa is done with the theater square, so let's actually build an amphitheater. Let's check our great works. Still nothing. Should build a temple actually in Aachen, if nothing else, just to hold that artifact. Alright, so this is Magburg to where? Last time it was to Buenos Aires. I say actually cancel that and maybe transfer the route to a different city. You know what? Transfer it to Yervin. We need some food for Yervin. Yervin is a powerhouse, but it needs food.
The Pantanal is the most
Oh, the
complex.
Pantanal. That is surprisingly close to the tundra. Especially since that's considered to be jungle.
War can only bring us loss. Loss of lives, loss of productivity, loss of our very humanity.
I agree. What is that supposed to mean, Mr. Curtin? Let's try to get an embassy up with you. Okay, very good. Our relationship is negative. First impressions are low. He's unhappy that I'm occupying something. I'm gonna ignore his request for now that he's upset that I'm sending troops around his areas. I'm just exploring for now. We're peaceful explorers. But I will withdraw. Alright, mains. What do we want to do here with you? So this is by the river. This would give us a +1 adjacency for whatever we choose. Whether campus, encampment, or holy... Well, no encampment because it's right next to the city, unfortunately. You know what we should be doing right now? We should be getting a worker out. If we get out a worker, we can at least get a couple of farms up here. Maybe help the city grow a little more. Get it some more housing. Alright, Yervin, we are looking for the highest possible food trade route. Hattusa is the best deal for that. So off you go then. 3 production and 3 food. That is a good deal. I believe, unfortunately, that Yervin cannot actually build any more districts. No, it can't. Okay, so the Vikings actually got their own little island area as well. So I'm assuming that their capital is nestled somewhere in here. We'll find out for sure soon. I think we'll turn this ship around. We'll send it down in this direction. We got a boost for scientific theory. Oh, it's time to change our policies. Perfect. Very good timing. So let's scrap feudal... Excuse me, we're scrapping feudal contract and bastions for the time being. I'm not sure about serfdom. I know that we need more money and we need more gold. Actually, let's just get out of this. Let's take a... We're going to take stock of our overall situation here. So within our territory, Yervin has nothing that needs improving. Seoul, Korea has very little that needs improving. Dortmund, very little at the moment, but it'll need more. Hattusa could always use a few more improvements. Berlin needs 2 mines. Aachen is doing okay for now, and Mainz. 2 mines. 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 2 excuse me, Mainz needs more improvements. So, kind of a bit of a mixed bag. We could probably get away without the feudalism civic. We will be trying to do nationalism now. Okay, so... You know what? Let's grab mediocrity to help with nationalism. That's going to help considerably. I'm going to pull that out. We're going to keep professional army, but we're going to move it into the military policy slot. We'll keep conscription for now. And then we're going to drop rationalism into our wild card and something that makes us a tremendous amount of money, probably free market, is going into it's going down here. So let's give this a try. We should also have the option to just take bonuses from adjacent zones for commercial hubs. Yeah, town charters is right there. So let's try this. Let's see what happens. And if we don't like it, then we can change back later. 24, so it's not overwhelmingly good. We have a lot of empty commercial hubs is the problem. So this will get better over time, but it may not be the best. Anyway, this Hansa can be deleted. We don't need a pin for something that's already there. Alright, Seoul. I'll let you finish off your theater square. So we're getting a lot more culture right now, which is good. We're getting over 100 science per turn. We're beating England. We're not catching up to the Congo yet, so that's good. Well, at least it's much better than it was. I'm gonna put this guy on alert for now. Seoul. Let's send you to Yarvin, actually. Yarvin has good yields for both food and for mining. Alright, next turn. Alright, so we're actually sending you down yonder. And fortunately, these guys are very, very interested in converting us over to Protestantism, which I'm hoping is going to be less painful. What does this have? Meeting houses, lay ministry, defenders of the faith, plus 10 combat strength when within the borders of a friendly, keyword, friendly city that follows this religion. Each holy site or theater square district in a city following this religion provides bonus plus faith or plus culture respectively. It's not the greatest religion, but I'll take it. Yeah, so their capital is definitely down there. Wonder if the Norwegians will ever be nice to us. No. We have a bunch of conflicting modifiers, but mostly they're negative. We might get a good modifier for eagerly accepting their religion. It kind of looks like people are going to be fighting over my... Yeah, it looks like people are going to be fighting over this territory right now. I believe it's Judaism is actually the one we wanted, right? No, that's not it. Was it Catholicism? Yeah, it's Catholicism. The one that I expected Spain to be actively pursuing converting me. He doesn't really give a rat's ass, which is very interesting. Alright, so our science has gone up considerably. So To me, that says we should just go ahead and hard research square rigging. We're not likely to kill anybody with a musket in the next 4 turns, so we can just do that now that we have so much science at our disposal. Alright, and this city here. Probably want to get a market started now that we have that bonus up and running. Oh, here's something we really want to look at, guys. Just a sec. Craftsman. I've been a bit of a fool for not taking this one into account. That's something that we really need to get up next time I switch governments here. As a matter of fact, I might actually grab military tradition, naval tradition on the side here, just so that I can get that sooner. The Poda Palace, everybody's trying to build that. Mansburg. Let's see. Unfortunately, we still have no production in the city to speak of. Let's get a builder out there. We'll make some lumber mills. We'll see if that helps. Gonna get you back into friendly territory for the time being. You can go explore the frozen wilderness. Apparently Pedro also completed Oxford. Let's take a look at this now. Where are we sitting? So Philip is ahead of us in terms of techs, but we are going to catch up. Pedro is ahead of us in terms of science generation, and now so is Victoria. And once again, the Congo is just lapping us in terms of that stuff. Bring you into our territory as well. Stavanger. Okay. Just put you on alert for now. We're making considerable amounts of money now. That's good. We should check with John Curt and see what he has in terms of money. I love a leader surrounded by an impressive military. My military's not impressive, Pedro. So we could maybe sell some stuff off. Potentially. What would make that deal more equitable? 13? Yeah, hell yeah. We'll give you that. We'll potentially piss off our own citizens for that. Let's grab a temple here so we can move that religious artifact into Yarvin. Workshop. We really need to get this done, though, I think. What does our so-called impressive military look like? It's just better than his, alright. Is Spain still denouncing us? Spain still dislike us? We got an embassy. He's not interested. Okay. I don't think I actually want to waste my money at this point getting an embassy with anybody. I want to just do some mass upgrades first. And then we shall see once we have our mass upgrades done what we are able to accomplish. Oh, this is solid land right here. Interesting. Well, I know his capital has to be somewhere within this territory. So the British military is still stronger than us. Yeah, still nothing, though. Where the heck is Nidoros? It has to be right here, I guess. It's one of those weird cases where the Norwegians didn't start off with a coastal or near coastal capital. Oh well. It's, it is what it is. So if we purchased that, it would be almost 1,000. If we purchased a workshop, rather. I'm actually going to build an entertainment complex here just for the hell of it. Let's see what happens. It would mostly be built to service Buenos Aires. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm so sorry. This has gone on for an hour. Uh-huh. I think I need to stop this right now. So, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And please subscribe if you do want to see more stuff like this. I'm going to leave this one as one part. And, yeah, I think we're back in the game. We actually lost quite a bit of science last turn, which is unfortunate, but I'm sure we'll make it up somehow. Next time, I think that once we get our frigates up, we're going to start declaring war on some people, and we're going to see if we can't maybe start picking off some cities with some good science generation. So that's what we're going to attempt to do. Anyway, guys, my name's been Ybot. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.